welcome back to the channel. We're watching an idiot outdoors. Yes, first stop Lidl. Now currently I'm at Dobbies garden centre, parked up in the car park, because at the moment I'm going to do a little recce of where I want to camp. Motorhome, glamping pod, log cabin. We're not about that here. We do it proper. I might have a little look inside Dobbies as well. I'll do that first, so I don't look, you know, I mean, out of place I was going to say, but I'm standing in the car park of a selfie stick, so you can't get any more out of place than that. So, let's go and have a mooch. What I want to do is go and have a walk down, have a look. So as we come out the gate, we turn left. You'll see in a moment where I want to get into. Obviously this is the entrance to Dobbies Garden Centre. So I want to get that side. Just hiding the light. So I want to get in here somewhere. So I'm gonna have to do without the lights. I'm actually in the sort of wooded area behind that sign. I didn't realise actually how much wooded area there was. So I'm just going to try and keep out of sight. Again, it's just constant cars coming in and out. Right, I want to get down low. So I'm actually going to do a hammock camp. I didn't intend to do a hammock camp. I was going to do a tent style camp, but this in here looks the perfect place. Out there, if there's any dog walkers coming by, which I'm sure there will be at some point, I'm going to get busted. What I do need to do is I need to go find somewhere not too far away and park up, get the gear on, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a walk down. However, I want to chill out until those gates shut. I believe this garden centre shuts at 6 PM. Now, how that's going to be affected due to the Christmas hours, I do not know. So it just might be a waiting game. So I'm going to head back, get the motor, get my gear, and then I'm going to come back down and I'm just going to lay low and chill out. There's literally no footpath for about 50 yards, so got to be very careful down here, coming out of that little estate. Put some light on, I think. Yeah, I'll bring you back in a bit when I've got a footpath to walk on. As you can see, garden centre up ahead, so now I'm going to have to slip in to where I want to camp. Yeah, so it's been absolutely relentless tonight. Part of me actually feels like I'm regretting coming in here. Yeah, the lack of cover. It's very noisy. As you can hear, it's just non-stop traffic. Hopefully, as time goes on, it will calm down a bit. But as I say, there's absolutely no cover through the trees because it's been, well, it's not quite winter, is it? It is, however, the winter solstice. So this is the longest night, or should I say, the shortest day. Really had to think about that then. I've had to hide in here, literally hide behind trees as the staff were locking the gates and they went. So obviously a lot of that I've had to stay really down low. I'm not going to film people locking up and stuff. That's a bit, you know. I could have potentially been seen with the headlights of the cars coming round and me hiding behind a tree. Seems to be, at the moment, I'm alright, no one's bothered me. So far, all I've managed to do is set the tarp up. I'll show you the tarp. Obviously the hammock's going to be underneath. Looks like there's a few widow makers. There's a tree or two that have actually previously come down. They've been down that long now, the actual tree stumps are actually rotten. I sat on one to take cover and it snaps, so that says it all, don't it? Just letting the cars go past because I don't know how noisy that is going to be on the camera. However, I'm going to walk out and I'm going to walk in, or actually I'm going to stand outside, should I say, and when the car headlights come round I want to see what you can see from the road perspective. I mean, it might even be worth me throwing a camo net up, but I mean, there's not a lot of green to... Yeah, you've got trains going past as well. Anyway, come on, let's go and have a look. Well, I couldn't see no tarp with the headlights. There's your tarp. So yeah, that's actually going to shield a lot of the light by the look of it, especially being the angle that it's at. So it's nice to finally sit in the chair, and I'm going to have, it is my actual second beer. I did have one while I was setting up because I was kind of thirsty, and it was taking quite a while keeping on the low down with obviously the traffic coming past. You had the people leaving 6 to about 10 past 6 people, customers were still coming out, so obviously you have to just keep a real low profile, as the wardy says. And then the staff came out, must have been about 20 past 6, they finally locked the gates and whatever. So anyway, cheers. It would have been nice to have been in a tent tonight, however it wasn't the right setup for a tent. I'm going to have a swig. Cheers. I love Saturday. Yeah, so what was I saying? Yeah, it wasn't the right setup to have the tent. I would have been well spotted. I mean, there's a good chance I'll be spotted here if I don't get away very early in the morning, preferably before the staff turn up, which I do believe tomorrow the opening time is 10:30. Obviously the staff will be here before that. I would like to think I'll be gone long before then. It's not going to be a heavy one tonight, I can tell you that. I happen to have work tomorrow night, which is never happens, but obviously with the way Christmas has fell this year, so I got lucky, it started to rain. Yeah, with the way Christmas has fell, we happen to be working now. I said last week it was Sunday, but it happens to be Sunday and Monday. I was mistaken, but it is what it is. So obviously I don't have a heavy one tonight and then feel rough. I'll obviously have to get my head down during the day tomorrow to get up for graft. I do like my video to be out on a Sunday night, so I've got to factor that in as well. Wow. Yep, it's raining. So I'm going to just pull my stuff into shelter properly, and I'm going to look at, actually probably a bit early to set the hammock up, but I'm going to start preparing stuff. I'll bring you back when I'm done. Oh, sneak peek. Anyway, for snacks we've got sour cream and onion rip-off Pringles. Yeah, I know. And nacho chili cheese dip. I shall enjoy that in a moment. However, before I do that, I'm going to get the down jacket on. I am really starting to feel the cold. I mean, when you're in the tent, I mean, you're protected from the elements. The tarp, as good as it is for shelter. What is going on with me today? it doesn't stop the wind and the chill factor, which obviously, so it makes being in the hammock, in the sleeping bag, and I've got obviously the underquilt. I've not tried that in this kind of weather, so that is going to be a good test of the underquilt. Food. Before I go to bed, I'm going to be indulging in a nice chicken curry. Well, balti. Yeah, I'm struggling today. I'll tell you why I'm struggling, because let the train go past. Train's gone past. Yeah, I got in from work. Well, I didn't get in from work, that's the thing. I got home from work, and because it was close to 5 o'clock in the morning, I didn't want to wake Louise up, so I thought, rather than go in, obviously unlock the door. Jessie, our new cat, if she hears me come through the door, she's going to start meowing and going nuts, and that's going to wake Louise up. So I thought, what I'll do is I'll just chill in the car outside, still nice and warm obviously. There's a few things I wanted to look at on my phone, a couple of things I wanted to look up and whatever else. So I thought, I'll stay in the car and chill out. If I nod off, who cares? But if I see the light come on, I'll know the Mrs. Louise has woken up, and then I'm not disturbing her, I'm not disturbing the cat, which is going to go, as I said. So, my central lock-in on my car, since I've had the two new Renault fobs, didn't even last a year, both of them, the actual button on them stopped working. And so at the moment, me being me, I'm just using the emergency key just to open the door and then hold the button to unlock the car. Like the idiot that I am, when I didn't see the light come on. I got a message, fancy a brew. So that obviously meant the missus was up. However, I normally put the keys, because it's one of them key card, Renault rubbish, put it in my pocket. But this morning, I'd got it in my lap. Thinking I got it in my pocket, didn't even give it a second thought. Hold the button so it deadlocks the car, so when you shut the door, that's it, it's locked down. Anyway, the moment I shut the door, I thought I didn't put my keys in my pocket. So I spent the morning trying to basically get into my car, and the way I did it in the finish was, I shouldn't tell you this, should I? Because it could actually, yeah. Basically, I've managed to get my keys out my car. Yeah, so because of this fiasco, obviously trying to get my keys out my car, could I not have opened my car, I'd have problems going camping, because all my stuff lives in my boot ready to go. So I'd have no gear whatsoever. So it was of utmost importance that I got in that car. And getting in that car is what I did. So I've got my keys back, and the missus says, you don't care about the car, all you're bothered about is getting your camping gear out the boot. And she is so right. But yeah, I says to her, if I can't get in, the window's going through and I'm going camping, end off. I can get a pane of glass, take the door card out, put a new piece of glass in, 18 quid. It just means obviously I'm going to be driving around a bit cold. But anyway, let's forget about that. What are we having to eat? Balti. Let's have a look. Right, so I'm adding extra onions. I only wanted one, but I had to buy them in a pack of 3. I'm not the best at putting together the ingredients for a curry. I'd love a good recipe. So it's a balti sauce with the seasonings on top to go with the, and what I've actually got is chicken drum fillets. I prefer leg meat over breast meat any day. I don't care. If it's only me eating the curry, this is what I'll go for. Oh, it's a moth. Go away, moth. So, we've got a curry. We've got egg fried rice. We've got the electricals on charge. We have the chair. There you go. There's a Widowmaker that's come down, look, at some point. Let's just hope there isn't another one tonight. Right on me bunts. Oh. So, yeah, gonna get the down jacket on, and then I'm gonna crack another can, and I'm gonna have some snacks. Winner. Oh, hello. Snacktastic. Yeah, I'm starting to feel the cold now. I really am. Still really noisy. Yeah, I'm gonna have some snacks. Probably gonna look at setting up the sleep system, i.e. the hammock. What I have done is I've put the extra guy lines in because this thing was blown around like you wouldn't believe it. Yeah, the wind was picking up, so it's just got that little bit of extra support to stop it lifting up and throwing water everywhere. And again, this tree stump was enough for that one, but yeah, that needed one as well because that was really flapping around, like, you know. So again, really missing the tent. See, there are some real serious pros and cons to different kinds of camping. Now, with the tent, once you're in the tent, zip the tent up and you're nice and warm in there, got the foil mat down, sleep system out, even just sitting in there, you notice there's a massive difference between sitting in the tent or exposed to the elements. Whereas this kind of camp, you're exposed, obviously you've got no microclimate like a tent. I'm struggling today, really struggling. It's this lack of sleep that I've had because of that stupid car. Moving on, we were saying about the this kind of system setup with the hammock. Hammock is probably the most comfortable sleep I will ever have. I'm hoping that the underquilt will suffice tonight. I've got the Four Season sleeping bag. Yeah, I've got the Four Seasons sleeping bag. I'm just hoping the underquilt is as good as it reckons it is, you know, for underneath, but I'm going to be sort of in the bag anyway, so the underquilt will just give that insulation from the cold underneath. Oh, look, I'm doing the weather. We're going to have moderate rain and scattered showers in the east. In the north, we're going to have snow. In the south, it's going to be like Barbados. In the west, is that the west or is that the west? It makes me laugh that you know that they're actually doing all this hand stuff like a puppet to a green screen. Oh yeah, this is going to be yeah. I don't take no notice of the weather anyway. It's never right. Certainly a cold one. But at least, excuse me, we'll have the curry. Yeah, put the whole lot in the pan again, like the idiot I am. No sign of the bed up yet. I cannot wait to get in that bed. I am freezing. Yeah, I'm normally alright in a camp, but tonight I'm feeling it tonight. Honestly, I really am. I cannot wait to get into that bed. Get all cozy, man. Ooh. Yeah, I'm really cold. Still enjoying myself though. Yeah, so last week I understand I struggled to get the fire going, but it's nothing to do with how far off the ground or the gap between the stove and the bottom of the pan. It's just down to the weather. I think in the weather that we're having now, the cold weather, you need to let it get a lot hotter before I put the pan on. As you've seen up till now, no drama. As I say, these cat tins, I've never had an issue with them. Never. Or should I say cat tin stoves. Ugh. Yeah, I can see the alcohol is actually boiling now. I can see it fizzing away. As you can see, it's going great now. Double check. Oh, hello. So in goes the spice. I'm going to have to give that a stir. Bear with me. Bit difficult one-handed, so I'll bring you back in a minute. When that is looking and smelling beautiful. And yeah, I forgot to put my boots on. Just casually come strolling down the road, and halfway here I realised actually, yeah, I've got no boots on, so I'm praying my feet don't get wet. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get the sauce in and we'll see what it looks like. mean, that's coming along nicely. I mean, I do feel like it's a bit of a cheat because I've used the curry sauce, you know. All I've done is add chicken and onion. I would love to be able to make a curry from scratch, you know, start off with butter, crushed garlic, onion, and then start building up the spices and stuff like our friend Noah. If you've watched the channel where we did the Peak District, we did it a couple of times actually. The first time was a success, the second time it was an absolute flop. We was just beaten by the midges. But Noah, who is Molly's best friend at Camping Rules OK, yeah, Noah, he cooks a really good curry from scratch. Mwah. So I mean, this doesn't even compare. It feels like I'm cheating cooking a curry out of a jar. I mean, it's simple, it's easy, it's doable, but there's no skill involved, is there? Go figure. Anyway, I'm going to tend to the curry. I've got to get the rice on the go, and then shortly I should have a meal fit for I'd say a king, but we ain't tasted it yet. So, see you soon. We finally got a meal. A lovely curry. Winner. I'm going to enjoy this before getting in the bed. So yeah, it's after midnight now. I've gone for a little walk. I am cold, I'm tired, and I am ready for bed. You may have noticed the lighting is a little bit different in this video. My lips are really numb. I'm struggling to talk because my lips feel like but anyway, yeah, you'll notice this is quite a warm light, and the reason being I had to get a new selfie stick. I don't like that word, but yeah, and this new selfie stick has got different light settings, and if you've followed the channel long enough, you'll know I do love warm lighting. I'm not a big fan of this ultra bright LED, this ice white, or I like good old warm lighting. I mean, I think you know what I mean by warm lighting. If not, Google it. You'll see the difference between warm lighting and like ice white lighting. Like the ultra white, ultra bright, your warm lights. What are you looking at me now, basically? I can't see properly, so I'm going to flip the camera so the light is that way, and I'm going back to the camp and I'm going to bed. Yeah, there's definitely a curb there. So initially the idea was actually to get a tent, in here. I now think it would have worked because I haven't seen a single person walk down here. It's only been people driving. Oh well. I gotta be honest, I even thought about getting a tent down there, but then it was very difficult because I couldn't have the light on for very long earlier. I spent most of it sort of hiding from customers coming out of Dobbies, and then finally the staff locking up. To which point I've already decided. Hello, garden spider. It's not a garden spider. Whatever it is, it's dropped to the ground. I was going to put it on a branch over there, but I can't find it now. Make sure I don't step on it. Oh. Yeah, so we've got the hammock set up. A couple of drip lines. They are supposed to be I'll redo those in a moment. Yeah, so we've got the hammock set up. Oh, it's about 4 degrees now. I could do with pulling out slightly, but yeah, it'd be alright. It's fine. Again, drip loops. Hold on, that needs tightening up. Do apologise. And that is me pretty much about done. I'm getting into bed. Oh dear, I forgot about the spider. I hope I ain't stood on it. I don't like killing nature. So, as promised, I am in the hammock. In the lovely warm sleeping bag. Oh. With the underquilt. Yeah, I know I've got my head torch on, I'll take it off in a second. I mean, I'm going to zip this up anyway, the bug net. You don't really need it in the winter, but you know, it's an optional extra. But yeah, I am cosy. And it's raining again. And it's very windy. Anyway, I am going to sleep. So, I shall see thee in the morning. long woke up. It's already getting light. I need to get out of here. It's not one of the places I can get away with being. So I'll get up, get the stuff packed down, and then I can have a brew. Gates are already open. I heard them open them earlier. Cars are already turning off, so I've really got to get out of here. What I do want to do quickly is just have a walk over there and see if I'm very visible. Yeah, you can see my tarp. As you can see, very cold night. Zero degrees. But that underquilt did its job. I stayed phenomenally warm. In fact, even when I woke up, I was like toast. So, definitely worth having the underquilt. 100%. I'm really now right back against the fence. I'm getting my stuff slowly. I'm going to get the kettle on and then have a brew and I'm gone. I mean, you can see it's quite exposed. I was tempted to just throw my camo net up, but it ain't worth it. I'm going. So yeah, the amount of cars coming into here this morning is unreal. Yeah, and another one. Obviously the kettle is on. Nice hot cup of tea in a moment. So it's about 5 to 9. According to the website, this garden centre Dobbies opens at about 10:30. So that gives me more than enough time to have me brew, pack my stuff away, the rest of it, and get out of here. I don't want to be here when it's busy, when all the customers are turning up, of course. So, and she's boiling. We have a cup this week. I remembered my cup, not like last week when I had to drink out of a washed out beer tin. Yes, that's right, last week's video, the Christmas stealth camp. Lovely cup of tea to warm the old hands up. Has the temperature improved? Not a lot. Possibly half a degree. I like it cold. I gotta be honest though, when it's cold I do prefer the tent. Not that I didn't have a good night's sleep, I had an amazing night's sleep. So I did actually wait until I'd made my cup of tea before I packed my wet tarp away, and the reason for that is I've got a nice hot cup of tea now to warm my hands up on. I mean, when it's close to zero and your hands are exposed and they get wet, it is kind of cold. That's the beauty of having the tent. I can be making my brew while I'm lying in my tent and it's not so cold, and if need be I can put the tent heater on. However, I knew this wasn't going to be one of them camps. I knew it was going to be a get there late, get out early. Well, it's not early, is it? But I'm packed away early anyway. But as I say, drink this brew and I'm out of here. Ah, beautiful. I've got to be honest, I forgot about this. My cinnamon bun. How did I forget about that? Okay, I'll eat the cinnamon bun and then I'm out of here. Oh, well, all packed up. Got the backpack on, as you can see. Just making sure I've not left anything behind. Bag of rubbish. I've also put my dirty pots and pans in there because I didn't bring an extra carrier bag to put the dirty stuff in, so I'm gonna have to carry it by hand. Me little pack. Just making sure I've not left anything behind because I'll be gutted. So yes, that's where I had the hammock and the tarp. As you can see, very exposed. As always, you know how it goes, leave no trace. Take your rubbish with you. Anyway, I'm going to need my hands for carrying, so this is where I'm going to bring this video to a conclusion. So, as always, I do apologise. People coming in and out, as you can see behind me. Yeah, so please like, please subscribe, and you can always buy the idiot moi a coffee. Thanks for watching, thanks for coming along, it's been great to have you along, and I will see you on the next one. Keep it real.